Hey everybody, welcome back to Additional Ink. I'm Matt. Here we have Jeff and Ron. We're doing some more Set 6 play testing. We've got some cool, fun ideas we're all bringing to the table. So this is 1v1, best of 2. So Jeff today is playing Blue Seal, as he is known to do. And Ron is playing Ruby Amber Location. So this should be a pretty interesting matchup. Jeff, do you want to go ahead and tell us a little bit about your deck?
Yeah, so I'm playing Blue Steel as always, my preferred colors. But the interesting thing about Blue Steel this set is that it is very wide in the way you can build it. So this is just kind of a test. This is not a traditional Blue Steel list. Just kind of trying to see how some cards work out, and we'll see how it goes.
Cool. All right. Got a little bit of new spice. That's awesome.
Heck yeah.
So Ron, do you want to tell us a little bit about your deck?
Yeah, of course. Honestly, I'm kind of in the same boat as Jeff. So we've got a few splashes of Set 6 cards in here that I've been looking to see how well they work together with a prior list I had. And I took some of the older cards out, made some room for the new ones. And I'm just excited to see how this does perform. So, yeah.
I'm excited too. I get to watch a really cool game with two of my best friends. So here we are.
Well,
Thank you.
I didn't bring, this isn't items. I know I've been trying to brew Blue Steel items, so
Okay.
I put that one on the back burner for now. This is something completely different.
But you know, it's nice, like taking some new things, but putting them on known quantities is always a good first step when you go into testing in a new set. So, all right, guys, if you're ready, go ahead and present for cuts, and we can get this rolling.
Presented.
Present.
You guys
Presents.
are going to need to high roll.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Start us off.
All right. That's an 8.
That's an 8. Okay.
Not a bad roll.
5.
I'll take the play.
low roll.
All right, so since Jeff is taking the play, that means Ron will be playing first on the second game since it's the best of 2 format, regardless of who wins or loses game 1. All right, so let's get started with game 1, y'all.
All right.
Doing hand alters at the moment.
Oh, this is not bad. Let's see. Some interesting choices here.
Cool stuff there. Oh.
So while we're altering, guys, don't forget about our giveaway. The details will be in the description. We will be giving away an Enchanted Maribel and one each of the starter decks, and there's some more details down in the description for there. And these deck lists will also be there.
Yes, we will have these as Dreamborn deck lists linked in the description below. What are we thinking?
I think I'm going to play it risky, and I'm going to mull 5.
Wow, putting 5 back. Okay, I like it.
I think I'm gonna put. I'm gonna put 2 back.
Okay.
Put 2 back. Yep.
That's a little scary.
We don't look at the 2 though. It's
No,
an interesting hand.
I didn't look at my
curious.
5.
I'm curious. You know.
I got a lot more to process over here.
Oh yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, that's a fair point.
All right.
Okay, shuffled up.
I'd ask you how you feel about your hands, but you're not looking until you get going. So.
All right, Ron. Would you like to cut me?
Oh yes.
Not cut me, but my deck.
Yeah, that is something to definitely make very clear. I don't know who you're playing against, I guess. I don't know. Cut the deck.
I'm not upset about this mulligan at all. It turned out pretty good.
Yeah, that's pretty nice.
All right, so you ready?
Interesting. Yes, I am ready.
All right.
Yeah.
So I'm going to ink a fishbone quill.
Interesting.
I will then tap that fishbone quill, and I will pay 1 for a popsicle to draw a card. I know this is a play that you've never seen Blue Steel make. It's controversial.
I thought this was an items.
Go ahead, sir.
I will draw for turn. I will go ahead and ink a Moana, and we will go ahead and play a Moana. And it is the new Moana from set 6. This is a 1-drop 3/2 that says this character can't challenge unless you have a captain in play.
And I see no captain.
No captain.
No captain,
All right.
but a lot of items.
Pass the turn.
I pass.
All right. Just want to make sure.
Nah, I might hold here for a minute, you know.
Ooh. That made things a little more difficult. I'm going to ink a Jim Hawkins,
Ooh,
Stubborn Cavern Boy,
okay.
and then I will play a Calhoun. Calhoun is 3/2. She has resist +1, but she has an effect like Robin Hood. During my turn, whenever she banishes a character in a challenge, or banishes another character in a challenge, I gain 2 lore.
Yeah, Calhoun is such a strong card.
And I will pass to you, sir.
All right, we will ready up. Draw for turn. Ooh. I think I have to ink a Rapunzel here. Oh, no, that doesn't work for me that well. That's interesting. I'm just going to ink the Rapunzel and pass.
Oh, that is interesting.
A little bit
Yeah.
awkward, but you might. You know what?
Okay, I
be
will
all
draw a card. What I'm going to do next is I'm going to ink another Jim Hawkins. And then I'm going to play a Pete. So you may not play actions until the start of my next turn. I know you love Just in Time, and I'm afraid it might be in there. So I'm going to play that. I will then go ahead and quest for 1 with Calhoun, since your Moana can't challenge currently. And I will go to 1 Lord, I'll pass.
All right.
So that was a pretty smart play. Playing your opponent, knowing who your opponent is and what kind of cards they run is just as important as knowing your deck.
So we draw for turn here.
A little hard in like organized competitive play, but...
Yeah, like it's not something you can do in a DLC, but at your league,
Or if a card's very popular, you can expect a person to have it, right? So if like I'm playing against a steel deck, I can expect Grab Your Swords or a Pete or something like that.
yeah.
Oh, that resists. Okay. Yeah, now the resist is pretty good. We're going to go ahead and just ink the Teeth of Ambitions that's now useless in my hand and was useless before because of the resist. We will go ahead and quest for 1 and get on the board as well, too.
All right.
And then I will pass to you.
Interesting, interesting. All right, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to ink a Tinkerbell.
Okay.
Fancy Tinkerbell.
Fancy Tinkerbell.
So it's Inkerbell.
Inkerbell.
Yeah.
We'll take it. I will then pay 4 for Agent Haram Flaversham.
Oh. Flavor Flav.
Is he an agent?
No, he's not. I just made that up. I like to think of him as like, I like to make up names for him as I play him, like Haram Flaversham. I play him so much, I just have to
that's fair. Okay.
Yeah,
So
I love it.
When on play, I'll pop that popsicle. I'll draw 2 cards. Those are not bad cards. And then what I will do here is I will quest for 2.
Okay.
Go to 3, and say go, my friend.
Interesting. Okay.
Choosing not to trade the Calhoun into the Moana for 2 lore. Interesting.
So we will ready. We'll draw.
Well, they can't challenge. That makes sense.
I have plans.
I see that. Also, I want to point out that you just casually inked an enchanted Tinkerbell.
I play with my enchantments. They are cardboard. I like to look at them, and what better way to look at them than as I play?
Yeah.
This doesn't feel good, but you know, I gotta.
Ron is also
solidify.
an enjoyer of enchantments. You'll see him.
Yes,
so I'm sure.
yeah, I do love playing with enchantments. I really do.
It's kind of like a little dopamine hit, you know? Like
Every time.
win or lose, it's just like, oh, look at that pretty card.
When you pull it, it's like pulling it out of a pack every time.
Oh yeah,
Every time.
every single time. I will ink my second Rapunzel, which doesn't feel great, but sometimes has to be done.
2 Rapunzels down. All right.
Yes, and then we will go ahead and play the card you were afraid of. We will play a nice foily just in time.
Okay.
There you go.
Which will let me play that character 5 or less for free. We will go ahead and play Jim Hawkins. And we will be accompanied by an RLS Legacy that is shiny.
There it is.
I'll go ahead and trade my Moana with your Pete. Oh, I can't do that. So then I will quest. He is not a captain. Yeah, he is not a captain.
Illegal game move.
Illegal game
Weirdly,
actions.
it's weird to me that Jim Hawkins isn't even like a pirate.
A pirate, yeah, but we have other ones.
But, you
Yeah,
know.
it is what it is.
Okay, so you'll
we
go
quest him to 2,
Go to 2.
and then I will pass back to you.
All right. So now is very important. What I do here.
There's a lot more pressure now on the other side.
There is more pressure. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to. Let's do a couple things here. Let's. Do I want to see? I'm struggling with what to ink here.
A common thing in this game. Gotta think about your ink
Oh yeah.
quite often.
All right. So what I'm going to do? I'm going to ink this beast.
Ooh,
The saddest boy.
It's a sad ink.
Yeah, he's sat on the bench.
I'm going to pay 1 to fire the cannons your Moana.
Sure.
Okay.
And then I will pay 3 for Alice Savvy Sailor.
Great card.
So she has ward, and then whenever she quests, she gives ward and +1 lore to another character until the start of my next turn. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put 7 damage on your RLS Legacy,
You got it.
and I will pass.
And boom. Oh.
That's a lot of damage.
Okay, so we will ready everything up. We will get 2 lore from the legacy, going to 4.
Enjoy it while it lasts.
We will draw for turn.
Oh, it's cold.
Ooh. We will go ahead and swing Jim Hawkins into your Calhoun.
All right, you'll take 3 back.
Jim will have 3 damage. And then I will go ahead and pay 4.
For
and
Rapunzel.
Pay Fancy Rapunzel.
Ah,
Oh, nice.
nice.
And then we will heal that 3 damage and draw 3.
Seems good.
I figured that was coming.
Yeah.
At least we got him to ink too. That's fine.
I have not inked for turn yet. We will.
You don't have to ink.
You don't have to ink, but sometimes it's good. You know.
Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and ink this Teeth of Ambitions. I feel like Ward's coming up and Resist, so I feel like that's pretty useless right now for Mashup. And then I'll pass it back to you.
All right. So then I will draw a card. I will pay 1 for Fortis Spear.
Ooh, Steel Popsicle.
Steel Popsicle.
Yeah, pretty much the steel popsicle. That's good.
I will quest for 1 with Flaversham.
Okay.
I will pop the Popsicle.
Yeah.
Flaversham, not Popsicle, Fortis Spear.
The gray popsicle.
Oh, fantastic. I'm going to ink Jim Hawkins.
Okay.
That's the third.
Third Jim?
Jim?
Yeah.
That you've inked?
Yeah, it is the 3rd gem.
Yeah.
All right, so now what am I going to do here? Let's see. I'm going to be a little silly here, I think.
I mean, we like silly here. I like
Oh
silly.
yeah. No, we like silly. I think I got a silly play next turn too. So we'll just gotta see how this turn goes.
Do. I totally believe you do, knowing how you build.
So I'm going to pay 5
Okay.
for Grab Your Swords.
Okay. 2 to everything.
2 to everything.
So we've got 2 on the Rapunzel, and this one's already set to 2, and 2 on Jim.
So then I'm going to swing Alice into the RLS Legacy to get rid of it,
Yeah.
Okay.
and then we'll get rid of that gem.
All right. We're gonna trade the.
2 damage, or no, 4
And
damage.
actually,
yeah.
trade, yeah.
Just trade, yeah. I was thinking about your gym that gets Challenger for some reason in my head. Yeah, that gym is a 4/4.
Yes.
He is a 4/4,
Yeah.
and then I will pass.
Okay. We will
Just got to
ready
slow
up,
that train down.
Yeah, you have to.
draw for turn. You did a good job of doing it too. That's a yeah. What do we do here? We go with the fun way. I will ink a Maui, and then I will pay 3 to Just in Time Maui.
Okay.
Wow, that was 3 cards that were Maui or had Maui on it.
Oh, just you wait.
Amazing.
I told you I was gonna get silly. I will use my other ink to Just in Time and play Super Goof.
Oh my gosh.
There's 1 card in hand here.
Oh.
We will go ahead and swing Maui into your Alice.
Okay, so you'll take 1 back.
1 back on Maui, and then Super Goof will go ahead and challenge the Flavor Flav and hit for 2. I will gain 2 lore off of the challenge.
You will?
Go to 6, and then I will just go ahead and quest the Rapunzel with the 2 damage on it for 2 more, going to 8.
And you do have 1 damage on Goofy.
And I do have a damage on
Yes.
Goofy.
All right,
Yep, and I will pass.
I will draw. What do I have here? I'll pay 1 for Popsicle.
The blue
Blue
popsicle.
popsicle.
So blue
yeah.
one, I'll draw a card.
I don't think I'd ever eat a gray popsicle.
I don't know, man. They tell you to try the
will
gray
then
stuff.
quest 1 with Flaversham to get rid of the popsicle.
Okay.
I will draw 2 cards. I will then ink. What do I want to ink here? I will ink this popsicle
Okay.
for a Tinkerbell.
Oh yeah. So we're gonna deal
I'll help you out, yeah.
1 here, 3 here, and this one's got 2 on
Yeah,
it.
so 2 marked on these, yeah.
And then I will pass.
Okay. Go ready up.
No point in holding on to that popsicle when that Flaversham's pretty much good as banished.
Yeah,
I will go ahead and draw for turn.
that's fair.
Interesting. Yeah, okay. We'll go ahead and pay 5. And we will play a queen.
Ooh,
Commanding presence.
Okay.
We will go ahead and quest Rapunzel for 2.
Okay.
Bring up 10. I will have Super Goof challenge into the flavor Hiram.
Okay.
And he will take his damage, going to 3 damage. I will gain another 2 lore there.
All right.
And go to 12. And then I will have Maui finish off the Flavor Flav,
Yeah.
putting him at 3 damage on the Maui
Okay.
as well. So 3 damage all the way around.
That seems pretty good.
It's going to be a nice, easy kill for that Tinkerbell. Pass it to you.
It's a banish.
It is a banish. It is a banish.
We were pretty bad about that in the
Yeah,
last
we were
video.
last, but yep.
All right, so let's do things a little interesting here. So let's go ahead and swing the Tinkerbell into the Rapunzel.
Okay.
And I will do the additional 2 damage from Tinkerbell's ability to the Queen.
Interesting.
You guys know what's coming.
Nice little.
2, 3, 4,
So
5.
Rapunzel goes bye-bye.
Oh, maybe not.
And then I'll pay 5 for Grab Your Sword.
Yeah, that's what I figured. Yep, we're going to clear that board right out.
Oh, that was very punishing.
And then I'll pay 2 for Calhoun.
Oh,
And I'll pass.
all right. We will ready. Draw for a turn. And I have to just pass. Back to you.
Okay.
I'm just curious. Yeah.
All right, so let's get Inky. I'm going to play Sail the Azurite. Azurite Sea. This turn allows me to ink an additional card for my inkwell and allows me to draw a card. I'm playing it mainly for the card draw. I haven't decided if I'm going to use the ink ability or not.
Well, that's the beautiful thing about that card is you aren't forced to put that additional card into your inkwell. It just gives you the ability to if you need to. But just getting that card drawn at pinch is really nice.
So here's what I'm going to do now is I'm going to ink this Flaversham. I'm going to pay 3 for an Alice.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to pay another 3 for another Alice, Savvy Sailor.
Ooh.
And then I will quest for 3
Yep.
up to 8, and I'll pass.
Okay. We're all readied up here. We will draw. How do I do this?
How do you exert your ink?
Okay. Oh, that's too soon. I will pass.
Okay.
Another pass.
Now I'm starting to wonder if he's running B preps.
It's not out of his wheelhouse to run B prep.
No, it's not. That's okay though. We'll figure this out. So I will ready my ink. I'll draw a card. All right. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to quest with Alice for 2. I'm going to use her ability to target Calhoun, who now has who now will quest for 2 in ward.
Yep.
I will quest for 2 here. I'll quest for this Alice for 2. I'll use her ability to target Tinkerbell, who now quests for 3 and has a ward.
Yeah.
And I will pass.
Okay. I'll ready up. We'll draw. I think I can do it now. Okay. We will ink the Maui.
This should be interesting. I don't know what he's cooking over here.
I don't know. That's 3 Maui's down.
It's a fun move. So we'll pay 5, and we will play Revive. We will revive
Mr. Hawkins.
Mr. Hawkins himself,
And then I'm sure you got a location.
and I will accompany him with a Neverland.
Okay.
And then I will use my last 2 to play the new Sugar Rush Speedway finish line.
Okay.
And then
that's cool.
when I play that location, I will be able to move Jim there, which will allow me to activate the Sugar Rush finish line.
So real quick, can you read everything that Sugar Rush Speedway finish line says?
Of course. So When you move a character here from a location, you may banish this location, gain 3 lore, and draw 3 cards.
It's pretty good.
Really good with Jim Hawkins.
It's kind of the
Really
backup
good.
plan to the Rapunzel drawing from the
Right,
healing
yeah.
aspect of
No,
things.
that's- That's
So
awesome.
we'll go ahead and banish the Speedway. We will draw 3. And then I will gain 3 to go to 15. And I will pass it back to you.
All right, I will ready. I will draw my card. And then I will quest for game.
Absolutely. Good game 1.
Wow, that was a pretty crazy game 1, guys. But we still have game 2 to do here, so we'll be right back in a second with that. Hey, welcome back, guys. We are in game 2. So Jeff, you went first in game 1.
Yep.
So even though you won, doesn't matter who won or lost. Ron will be going first this game. Because that is how the best of 2 format works. So if you gentlemen are ready, present your decks for cuts.
I am ready.
I'm ready.
Alrighty.
I'd like to point out this new, very pretty additional playmat we just got in.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Very cool.
That thing's awesome.
I'm digging the way the drip splatter kind of came out right here. That was pretty neat.
Yeah, a lot of iterations of this.
Yeah. All right, so we are altering hands.
Ooh.
Oh, okay. That's some interesting stuff here. Is that 5 again?
5 again.
Ooh.
And how are you feeling, Ron?
I think the 2 is going to be fine.
Is that also what you did last game?
It is.
Groundhog Day.
Actually, no.
Yeah.
I think it was maybe 3.
I think you did too.
2? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we're going to go
it
for
was
3.
2.
We're going to change it up.
We can look back at the edit, I guess.
It's like we'll do 3.
We'll see. This might have been overly aggressive, but we'll see.
It is definitely a more, now that we've seen game 1, it's definitely a more aggressive blue steel than I'm used to seeing.
Mm-hmm.
And I think you're used to seeing. I think it probably
Absolutely.
caught you a little by surprise.
And surprisingly, not only being aggressive, it still has that like comeback potential like blue steel normally has.
Right, you have the mid to late game.
Yes.
But you have the aggressive questers and challengers with like Calhoun and Alice, Savvy Sailor.
Yep.
The new ads from set 6 are really bringing the curve down, and it's interesting to see that.
Interesting.
All right, sir. There's my deck.
Alrighty.
And remember, cut their deck. Don't cut your actual opponent. That's not very sportsmanlike.
Oh, that's not too bad.
All right.
All right. You ready?
Yes, sir.
All right. We will go ahead and ink a super goof and pass.
Okay, I will draw a card. For those of you at home, this is a 1-of in my deck, which is not normal for this set. I'm going to ink a Cogsworth. And then I'll pay 1. You've never seen this before. For a spear.
Ah, steel popsicle. Yeah.
Go ahead.
All right. Draw.
Gray popsicle.
We will go ahead and play a Maui. And then I will play a Mother Gothel. Enter with 3 damage.
All right.
And pass to you.
I'll draw a card. I am going to, I don't want to do this, but I'm going to ink and sail the Azurite Sea.
Oh, wow.
And then I will play a Calhoun and pass.
Yeah. Seems pretty good. We will ready up. We will draw.
The nice thing about Calhoun is it allows you to play defensively while still progressing your lore gain.
Yep.
It's a really, really good card for that. I think you'll see a lot of it moving forward.
Okay. Yeah, that's a smart call to do. So we're going to ink Neverland. Honestly, one of my favorite locations.
Yeah.
And then we will pay 3, and we will, just in time, the Rapunzel. And then I will go ahead and heal the 3 damage off Gothel, and then draw 3 cards.
All right.
And 3.
Yeah, that is such a
And
good
we'll go
turn
ahead
3.
and quest for 1 with Gothel.
Okay.
Get it going.
And passing.
Pass to you.
I will draw. I'm going to ink a Tamatoa.
Ooh.
Yep, it is early. So.
We'll get this Alice out.
Yeah.
Yeah, now we're getting aggressive here.
And I will pass.
Ooh, interesting. All right, we will ready here. We'll draw. I don't know how to do this. Okay, we're gonna ink Super Goof.
All right.
I think that's the second one down there. We will go ahead.
Oh, Mother Gothel Rapunzel. I long for the days when you're not played anymore.
I mean, this is coming from the person with Hiram in his deck, so
That's fair.
like
That's fair.
this is not as oppressive as a draw engine. Admittedly, I'm just being objective here, sir.
We're going to pay 3, and we'll use another just in time.
Now that's oppressive.
That is.
Yeah.
That will be coming down with a Jim Hawkins and a Neverland.
Okay. That could have been a lot worse for
Could have
you.
been. Could have been. Could have been.
We will go ahead and quest for 3 here.
All right.
And then I will be passing to you. 3 to 4. Cool, and pass.
Oh, I don't want to do this, but I'm going to have to. I'm going to have to ink a Tinkerbell.
Good old Tinkerbell again.
Oof.
We're going to play Haram.
Yeah.
Speaking of.
We'll get rid of that. And then I think what I'm going to do here is... I'll pass.
Interesting.
Ah.
Okay.
So you're taking a page from last game where he just passed.
Mm-hmm.
So we will ready here. I will gain 1 lore from Neverland and go to 5. We will draw. We're gonna pay 2. And we will play a Sugar Rush Speedway finish line. I will move my gym from the Neverland to the Speedway and then banish it to gain 3 lore to go to 8.
And Haram.
Draw 3 cards.
I mean,
3.
That's pretty good.
this is about to be like a very meta-defining combo, I think.
We've got, I will ink this Teeth of Ambitions. And then I will pay 1 to move Jim to Neverland. And then I will pay 2 to play another Speedway and do it again.
Oh, wow.
We go to 11
So I think you need to shuffle better.
and draw 3 cards.
Wow, that is just rude.
The back-to-back is where it gets
Yeah,
real
it's very
bad.
good.
Like it does. It
It's
can
very
get
good,
real
though.
bad. We'll go ahead and quest the Gothel. Oh, we can quest out here. Yeah, so we'll go ahead and quest out. So we've got 5 lore there. We'll go to 16. And I will pass.
All right, Jeff, let's see what you can do here.
All right, I'm going to start off. I'm going to ink this fishbone. I will then pay 5 for Grab Your Swords.
Yeah. All right. So we got 2 on everything.
Yep.
I should do that because he's not at the Neverland.
Right, because you moved him again.
I will challenge
3 more
Rapunzel
cards.
with Calhoun. I'll gain 2 lore.
Rapunzel will be gone.
Crazy good. That resist just keeping Calhoun from getting damaged there.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Again, the one thing I can say is resist is great against my deck.
I'm going to put 1 damage on Jim. And I'll sack the Alice into Jim because I don't want you to do that again.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a valid move there.
And I will pass.
We will ready. I will gain a lore from the Neverland. We'll go to 17.
Yeah.
And then we will draw for turn. We will ink a Queen Regal Monarch.
I think I might have just been too slow this game.
It happens. This deck can be really fast too. Like that was an explosive game.
And as I've said before,
The back-to-back Sugar Rush.
75% of the time, I see this card 100% of the time. And,
Oh my goodness.
Last just in time, I'm pretty sure. And we will go ahead and play Jim Hawkins and RLS together. And then I will just go ahead and quest the one with Gothel to go to 18 and pass.
That is a lot of pressure.
I think that's pretty much game at this point.
Let's see how much you can do. You never know.
I don't think I can do much here. So let's we'll ink Pete. We'll pay 5 for Grab Your Swords.
Yeah. Gothel goes bye-bye. That 2 damage moves over to Jim.
We'll take out the Neverland.
Yay, bye Neverland.
Go ahead.
And I will ready, and then on upkeep, I will gain 2 lore and go to 20.
All right.
Off of the legacy there. Wow.
That was good. That back-to-back Sugar Rush, that was backbreaking.
Yeah, that was insane to watch.
It happened to me when I was playing online, and I realized, I was like, oh, that's why that, and I do run a couple of them in the deck, but the being able to search for a location, sometimes holding that out to be, okay, I'm going to sing this and search for the location, and then I can drop 2 of them in repeatedly and keep going. It is very strong.
Yeah, just
I think
hitting that.
what really hurt me was I had a handful of uninkables at one point. So this was my hand at one point, right?
Oh.
Yeah.
And then there was a choice between inking the Tinkerbell or play like this was my hand at that point, and I was only at 3 ink
Yeah, and ink the Tinkerbell because you can get the card draw.
to try to draw.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
that was kind of backbreaking. But that with the Sugar Rush.
I mean, you had that explosive game 1 for you was great though. I
yeah.
got the start to go,
Yeah.
and then you wiped my entire board, and then reestablished your entire board with that. That resilience is crazy.
Yeah, I don't. So like I said, this blue steel list is very different from traditional blue steel. It is a little more aggro. The top end's a little bit different. I'm only running 1 dime in the deck. I don't know if that's correct yet or not. It's very, very just new. I think this is my 2nd time sitting down at paper and playing this. I played it at League recently. Went 3-0 there. But I think there's maybe just gotta think about some things, but change some things up a little bit.
Yeah, I mean that said, don't overtech just because of one matchup though.
Absolutely, absolutely. That's the rule.
Because your deck did perform. Both of these decks performed really well. Did a lot of cool things that, I was pretty interested to see.
I probably should have held the fishbone instead of inking it.
Yeah.
But you're right. The decks both had explosive games.
Yeah.
Very interesting to see how they evolve. But yeah, it is rough to try to tech your deck for one matchup because sometimes you can make it worse.
Yes.
Yes, you can.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. The only things I like to think about, and me personally, is I like to think about when I play. It's like, okay, what cards am I seeing and which ones am I not seeing? And I try to round out. I've been more interested lately in rounding out to more 4 of things, and and less of the 1 and 2 of this because I think it's good, and it's not like it isn't good. It's just I'd rather see these cards, and these are spots where these cards can come in. So that's for example, how you can see multiple just-in-times in a game, or multiple of something you actually need, and that's going to do a little bit more for you. And sometimes you're going to draw really bad. It happens.
This deck's actually kind of the same thing. So blue steel's always kind of been a toolbox. It responds to the meta. You can run 1-ofs, 2-ofs, 3-ofs. And this deck has a lot more 4-ofs than normally what are in the deck. And that's just mainly for testing purposes, and we'll see kind of where everything settles.
Yeah, for sure. I think it's interesting though that you both kind of started to shift toward that 4-of mentality, because it is definitely we kind of touched on it in one of our podcast episodes. About our experience in Seattle, DLC Seattle, and the consistency in best of 2 is what's important.
Yes.
If you know you're going into best of 2 matchups. So yeah. But guys, great job with your decks. Very, very cool additions from set 6. I think both are very viable and have legs. And thank you for playing tonight. I guess we'll wrap it up here. So guys, thank you for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe to this video. And also check the giveaway details in the description below. And just remember, as far as we're concerned, Lorcana is a game where we want to include everyone. Our community is for anyone who loves Lorcana, no matter what your skill level is. We believe there's a place at the table for everyone and plenty of ink to go around. Thank you for being a part of our community. Thank you for watching.
Check the deck list in the description.
Yes, Dreamborn deck list.
And as always, stay tuned for your next drop of additional ink. Finger guns. Probably actually leave that in.
Yeah.